Hello. You know, I'm not. The clock in my corner says it was 6 o'clock when I started. I don't know why it's off, but I checked. It is on par. Anyway. More video work. So I need a cup. Nope. The only time that matters is my time. Roar. Looks like a... Hold on. Like a face for a phone app. Anyway. I was working on this one before. I think I was gonna darken the gray, wasn't it? And I'm not gonna remember the name of the texture I stole. That's going to be Welly. Good old Welly. Welly. There we go. It's really kind of bluish, isn't it? Or it's greenish. That's fine. If anything, here's red. So I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm probably gonna just do a little bit in the red then. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep it like that. And then this is going to be just darker. Maybe that. That might be too much. I think I only wanted a little bit. Do that. We need another Raider cutie mark. What should hers be? What would imply crazy? Let's see if one exists. It does. What kind of? It's people wearing it. But anything like that would imply person, which would not make any sense. What would imply crazy otherwise? Yeah, a lot of it's just faces. There's no like universal crazy face. Ooh, a bomb. Oh, I could do that. Just go like the traditional bomb. See, that would work pretty nice. Maybe this one? the way. Actually, that's it. It's SVCG. Is that actually loadable in here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Look, what the hell is that a file? How big is that on her butt? It's about the right size. Hello. Oh, it's eraser all of a sudden. Oh, it is eraser. It's not what I want. There we go. What do you mean placing guidelines? You mean the mapping? Normally it doesn't matter because I can see what it used to be, so and then I can compare it to that and say what does that show, and voila. So I think the bomb might be backwards. I might want them swapped, otherwise I got the fuse going at her butt. Or oh, I don't really have to worry about it because I can see what the other cutie mark was, and so if the new one I'm putting on fits within the boundaries of that cutie mark, I know it's going to fit within the boundaries of the butt. So then I have no problem. Let's see if I can cheat it for the tail here. I can't remember what I called this. Yeah, that's what I call it. Okay. Maybe I know how to do this. Let's see if how well I'm at guessing. Really not that good. No, it's just dirty yet. Is that how it is? Hair. Oh, there we go. That's what I named it. So this one's just different. Oh, it's wavy normal. It's not the greatest, but it's better than anything else. I think this hair has it too, though. Well, it's also the values on that hair that's different. This is here. And then we'll go to back here. I want this one. Oh, it's open. The very beginning, I guess. Alright, so the values are her hair has 6.02. This is 20.1. Okay. Font boost. And this is 0.02. That should have matched the hair values. 0.18. Yeah, I might be doing it with that too. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it as it is though. Not gonna worry about it for now. It'll definitely show up in lighting, and if it doesn't, then no worries. Kind of edgy, you'll see. Didn't like that phrase though. Looks like a puppy. Like from an old cartoon. Look like a donkey. There we go. It's like when you're moving around, it doesn't look that weird, but when you just give it a sec, it just looks fucking weird. There we go. You are fixed. Okay, so if the camera came to stop, because that was, I can't remember what the camera was moving as. So if it was moving like this, it's going to come back probably at this angle. Okay, then that looks okay. I didn't like it from this angle. I think it looks stupid. For this angle, it looks okay. Hairs must be meant to look unkept. It's not actually in the eye. Okay, well actually it is, but it doesn't really matter. She's pretty tough. She can take it. Oh yeah, she needs armor too. Not look. Oh, it should. It's gonna be good enough. Actually, since I have her textures open, I'm gonna do something quick. Oops, again. I'm bad with those. That's fine. I got it open, I might as well take advantage. Oh, this was in Valley. The only thing that really works with as being a raider, the when I think of Raider, I think of unkept hair, and there's not many pony models that have unkept hair. Oh, yeah, I can show you what the markers would be. Oh, well, that's doing this thing. Yeah, it's hard to find, but there's floating around. You can find beasts. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Looks like it did not like that texture. See if it works. No. I just had a glitch, so I'll just save it again. Nice, yeah. There. So this is what technically is the map on a pony model. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. So you can see that it's both sides of the body. The bottoms of each of the hoofs. This is the inside of the mouth. And then you got your eye holes there, your mouth, your nose, and your ears. So yeah, that's how they're mapped out. So when you put the dirt textures on it, because when I did this, I used that as a map. So I went underneath the eye here, over on the ears some, thinking that somebody trudging through the dirt is going to have more junk on their feet, bottom of their feet. This is the actual mapping from the model. So I had to ask around, but I think DigiV sent it to me. I think so. So then, yeah, that's why key marks always go in these spots, and put dirt on the feet, and then I put some dirt on the hooves. But yeah, and then for the other dirt set, I mean, that's dirt set 2, and then there's also dirt set 1. Same thing. Oh, it did load. Running slow today, I guess. There we go. Bro. Something went wrong. Something went very wrong. Yeah. Something did go wrong. Oh, I know it wrong. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, so I do not... I don't remember. I think this one I used. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of the wounds. And then we're going to back that body shot. And we're going to actually scale it to correctly fit there. Okay. What are you doing, Kel-chan? You're getting messages. Just said something about used auto mod properties. Someone doesn't like that. Oh, okay. It just gave me a warning. Let's see if maybe it just doesn't... I can't load it when one's already loaded. I don't care what you do. Body textures are uncompressed, so that's why they take a while. I think actually Adam had made a first world problem meme about me and that. About having to wait for body fat VTFs to load. Alright, let's see if this fixes the bone. Yay, okay, she's fixed. She's all dirty now too. So yeah, the problem with the mapping that you can see though is eventually you have to have a spot where it cuts, and in these, being as front and back, you can see that all the way down this front strip. I think the legs are a little different. I think they curve a little bit around, but there's going to be the textures cut at the center and they cut at the neck. And so if you actually look here, you can see where the textures cut. Normally when it's the same color, it doesn't matter, but when you have dirt on here, you can actually see where it cuts here. And then on the front too. There it is. You can see the texture actually cut right along that line. So you have to be careful if you're going to be putting stuff on there like that, that you're going to be having a spot that does that at some point on here, and trying to judge where that is not always easy. If you actually do some of the mapping of the textures within the software, it'll sometimes do that wrapping for you of it then, but or you try to find a spot that's inconspicuous to have it wrap. But really, no matter, I think that no matter where you put it on the pony, wherever it wrapped on the neck, it was gonna be obvious. So might as well do it the most or the easiest place to work with. So. All right, so that pony's dirty. Dirty pony. Dirty. Camera. We can probably set up the camera now. So maybe right here would be the spot. No. It's gotta be further back. Or like here. Okay, yeah, we'll do that there. Okay, so from there to there, our camera. Needs to go down. Is the camera still on par with it? Yeah, I thought I'm pretty sure I would have messed this up by now. I'm actually gonna separate these a little bit. Oh my god, is that? So down here. Oh, maybe not that low. If I go too low, I have to, because this is going to be coming down and looking up as it's coming and pulling up. I don't want the camera to be turning super quick at the bottom. Actually, it's almost pretty good on its own. I just have to have it curve a bit more. So we'll have it curve up here. I think I might have a curve. I can't really have a curve much more, can I? I can have a curve faster. I think actually right when it starts getting through the door, having it play with the perspective is kind of neat. Okay, and that was a lot easier one than the other one. And then the camera here needs to continue going down a little bit. Continue going, oh actually, yeah, it would have to be continuing going down. Yeah. Which means that I have to be careful because I don't want to have it go down in such a way that this is going to be too much the same churning. Oh, it's the other direction. A little bit to the side too. Maybe everybody's tired. I'm exhausted. That's why I don't know if I'm gonna make it the whole 3 hours. But maybe ending at 8. Actually, I ended up taking like a 20-minute nap before the stream started because I didn't think I'd survive otherwise. Timing is a little bit off. Here, this one's off. I'm off by about 2 frames. But that's just human error. Actually, I might have shrunk something that I'll move it all. I know it's pretty oh, this was a lot more accurate because they're almost perfectly evenly spaced. These ones had the nice little churn. These ones, or this one, doesn't. Add more churn to it. I just have a feeling that it's going to get messy if I do. feel like this drive-by of his face, that'll probably add a nice little... I think once the motion blur's added, it will help a bit. Cringing at the amount of splinters you get. Alright, she's got one big one right there. That might take a little bit to get out. Some really big tweezers. Gotta watch where he's walking. Okay. So it has him at the door. And that makes it this one. So I still need to do... And these are the beats, but now that I think about it, I'm probably going to have the camera move in much less time than that. Probably like half bits of that. Actually, I might be able to work with the kicker now. It's going the wrong direction, though. I was thinking the camera, because it's coming around here, could swing up and and kind of follow the impact of somebody. But if I did that, it'd be swinging this way. Which is the opposite direction of that. If I did, I'm gonna throw some rumble in this hallway. Oops. I don't want to have to show that whole hallway. Okay. I'm not worried about seeing through it, because if I remove the lighting from the map, I probably could just play with the lighting to hide it. Probably should put some paintings on the wall and stuff, but I don't want to overbuild the scene if I don't know what I'm going to be doing for the camera yet. It is looking like I'm going to get this far out. Well, maybe. I don't want to use the stairs because I feel like if I start using the stairs, I'm giving a direction, like a goal that they're trying to defend for some reason. So I'm definitely going to pass that stair use. So if I put her here, and also I wanted to make it look like somebody that's defending themselves. And if I'd swap this around, it wouldn't really work with that direction because I'd be following. Well, no, and if I should follow the, I don't want anybody to be heroic, so there actually would have to be a bad person doing that. Could potentially put another door and have them like they're bucking to get it down. Maybe somebody running for the door and like a breach. Could do that. But that'd be another manic-faced female, and I don't know if I want to go right from one to another. And if they'd just broken the door, they probably wouldn't have already had cages that far in, so that wouldn't make any sense either. My brain's not in thinking mode. This is not a farewell. Just the camera, is there anything I could do to have the camera turn up? No, not really. I could have them fighting each other out here, but it wouldn't be melee, because it wouldn't make any sense to be melee. Oh, I guess everybody else is melee. So you definitely do. Probably get about that far. So mid-stairs. I'm trying to work out what my possibilities are first before I start trying to think of what to do with it. So the camera moved about that far. Maybe moving that far again here. Okay. I'll probably do that. Maybe get it to here. But I don't want to weave too much. Yeah, brains aren't meant to think. I didn't want to actually in the video or anywhere in there actually show the murdering or direct harm of somebody that isn't a punch or a kick. Reason for that is because then I immediately restrict my audience. So, though I do intend to have somebody being shot in a later scene, it's going to be from a distance, and it's not going to be like bloody or anything. I try to keep things as PG-13 as I can, but having somebody be stabbed is too dark. I don't like that. Or like showing somebody that's already dead, which is kind of what I was going with here with this guy. I've showed what I have a couple times just today. It's just slow-mo back. No. Might slow it down at the beginning of that. That would be your start. The only thing I can think of is I technically could, because of how long that first scene is, I could delay this one. I mean, that could definitely work. I'm able to leave it for now and just see how it goes. Oh yeah, the rest of the video is in a different file. This is not. This alone is going to take up all the memory usage, so having it all in the same save file isn't worth it. Still don't like how this moves. That's a bit better. Yeah. I'm cutting through his head a bit now. Okay. So, oh, thought that was misaligned at first. All right, so we're gonna do, because I need to do close-ups, because if I'm not doing some kind of a close-up, it doesn't look that great. And now I'm looking at a larger room. I definitely can do this and then come up to little Miss Kicker Pants here. Yeah, she was playing as a raider, wasn't she? Doesn't have to be though. Actually, something like this actually could work out pretty good too. Because this would be coming up like this. But she works better like that. So that, I don't know about that. Well, if we're gonna do that, it's gonna be somebody getting hit again. I fixed it a little bit. You're not seeing it from that angle, so it's, I don't care too much. The camera could get to here, but I just well, I guess I haven't had an impact for a little bit, but I don't want to have just the same like normal knockback that you would get from a kick, because I already did that in one shot and I don't want to just copy it. Yep, on. Yep, on. Get your hair in back to normal hair. Now I could do that. Yeah, I can do something like that for punching, but that seems like a defense punch. I'm thinking instead to show like, or having somebody getting hit and not really stopping, or getting hit kicked in the face hard. Okay. I use this model because this has the enhanced flexes. So I should have, yep, a jawbone.
Okay, let's get them to squeeze in there. I'm just gonna go with angry and say screw it. can't even see these ones in the final. I just want to do it for my own reasons. They don't actually have cheekbones. Oh no, they did have cheekbones.
They don't have it on this one. Females have cheekbones.
Happy when you're doing that.
Actually, that's pretty good. And it's okay that there's clipping. The fact that there's clipping just means that you're hitting squishy flesh, and it is therefore digging into the face. So, there should be. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Like he was trying to reach out to grab her butt or something. It's just like, I want the dolphins. Come on, the dolphins. Let's see if there's any teeth models. Could probably show knocking out a few teeth. You know what? I wonder if I should search tooth. Not quite what I was looking for, but... You know, if I can't find actual teeth, I can just take like white boxes and throw them out there and call them teeth. Push set. So there's at least people that are good with their hygiene, and they're keeping them in their mouth apparently. Wait. Scout tooth. That work. Tooth hat? No. No. Bear tooth, just say disgusting. Oh, main menu theme. Disgusting. Okay. Well, we're getting towards the end of those models, so I'll double check if there's anything other teeth. There's more, but it's multiple teeth. Yeah. Nothing new, so we'll go with that one. Okay. Actually, I'm going to bend the nose a little bit more that way too. Way better. Feels like painful. That's okay, he's bad fun. Help. Okay, now she looks angry. I probably should make her look desperate. This is Raider Tooth. Doing a quick positioning to see if something like this would work. Yeah, well. It's already churned quite a bit though. I don't know if I can churn it anymore. slash jiggle. Okay. Just gotta be careful because I don't want to have the eyes like crossing into the head. I mean, I can just drop the convergence, and that helps a little bit. Oh, lucky. I'm punching pawns in the face. You got hurt. But it's okay, because he bad pawn. It makes it okay. I don't like her face right there though. I think I'm gonna need to play with him more. I'm pretty sure I do. It's just probably not being. It's probably being stupid. The best bet for getting notifications on stream starting is on. No, that's not what I wanted. I have a group called Argonaut's Fantastic Film Viewers, and it's an open group, but this one sends out an event whenever I start a stream. Because not everybody's checking their emails or looking at certain things, so on this, if you're on your computer and you're on Steam, it'll just come up with a notification in the corner. And anybody can join. The link's below the stream down there, so you can grab it there. Sometimes I don't remember to put up the event notification until like 10 minutes before the stream, but it will come up. I almost will never forget to do it at all. Oh, this was fun to do this shot right here, because this looks so painful. Oh. It's being worse from that angle. Phones just look so funny like that. Okay, I'm gonna no, not Raider. Thunder. Oh yeah, I can't shut that eye too much. That's the thing that's bothering me. No, she just looks curious if I do that. she doesn't look surprised. I'll just leave it as it is. Like, stop getting punched to get the hell in that door! Ah! I just have to make sure I'm going in I'm still maintaining the flow. Oh, there's a lot more to it past this. I have this separate in the save file for now. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Wait, maybe not. I think everything got shifted a little bit. No, I said I was gonna start in a second and a half. Well, maybe that's what happened. Everything has shifted. Whatever, I'll fix it later. This is not the final picture, it's just a placeholder. And then this one's gonna go to this shot over here. But I'm working on getting that part done. And I still have to build out the scene because it's only got some junk thrown in the corners and whatever. I'm building as I get the camera done. This definitely needs a crap load more in this hallway. It's very empty. Other than this is kind of more of the detail I was going for. But until I get the lighting in. Actually, it's better. Oh yeah, I had those turned off because of I had missing bottles, but now I got those back in. So there we go. It's creepy. No, the light. This is map lighting. I have the only lighting I have on right now is just the cheat lights to make the dirt on the walls. That's the only lighting I have on right now. I haven't touched any of the other lighting because I need to decompile the map and see if I can remove its lighting. If I can't, I might have to go and just recreate this in a scene build and see what I can do. But after I back out of everything, the camera is actually going to return. This is not the final, it's just testing the timing. So I have to weave it through things. So I was going to have it go, it's reversing from the picture for a while, then it's going to come back to the picture, and I think I'm going to have it be a different image at that point. Depends on what the image is so far. I haven't 100% done that yet. It's more of, I have ideas for what I want to do for certain shots, and I know for sure I want to do that, and then I'm just trying to meld the in-betweens to make that shot work. So this one is only like 40 seconds of a whole other video. Well, yeah, this is not a final image. Nothing. A lot of this is stuff changing. I'm just slowly adding to it. I just needed a picture, and the frame that I made had that picture as the defaulted image, so I just left it. Everything is subject to change until it's done. Yes, cry. Actually, this one I could. Maybe not this one. We could put this one on the wall. Also, hello, Midnight. What was the name of this one? Do I still have the rarity one crying? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do. That one? Oh, actually I had the I had that on there too. We can do that though. Hello. Ah, this is easier to put it into. What's up? This one. Brian, I can't just copy everything that's visually there. It's not gonna let me do that. No. Actually, I want to see if I can super cheat this. Oh no, it's not gonna let me do that either. Oh well. There we go. The reason I always keep the name of the texture first and then just add something to the end is so that I remember what it's actually for. So then it keeps it the same group. Well, thank you, Bill. It's a big shiny triangle. There we go. I don't want to guess what that name was. Picture frame alarm. There. Stupid how many steps it sometimes takes just to replace an image. But that's even with shortcuts. Don't know. Oh, that's why it's shift. It hates underscores because every time you hit shift, it goes to do something with the camera. There we go. She's crying because she's half covered in dirt. Okay. The actual final probably will be something like that. I want to try to custom make a bunch of the pictures to put on the wall. for a lot of the shots. This one I don't think is going to matter about putting the time into because it will be, well, I guess it'll have a little bit of detail with it. With the motion blur and whatever, it's going to look like that. So it's going to be pretty blurred out. This is big baby pond. Okay, so then this is the end of this. It's gonna go up like this would be my guess. But then this is a bad angle. The best I could maybe do is this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just do it and see what it looks like. How far long does this camera still go for? Up until 90? It does, but I don't feel comfortable grabbing it like that without making an extension yet. I have to make sure I get that exact. Okay. I think that's pretty spot on. Let's see if there's a change in the speed then. Perfect. Okay. Okay, hello. Yes, probably that person then. There's a lot of awesome people on YouTube though. Actually, then I'm more curious how you got here to begin with. Now I can grab this. So I'm doing where I'll grab it. Oh, oof. Oh, he's still on target. Okay. And once I get to about the point that I'm thinking the camera's going to be needed there, I'm thinking right around here. Well, thank you. Let's say there. Wait, did I change something? Yeah, I did. Ooh, ooh. It's right here. Oh, gotta go a little further back. Gotta give her space for the face. Space for the face. Oops. Let's see here. So this stops here. Now this could actually work because over this next period of time I'm going back to here, which then shows her face, which means I could essentially focus more on him and then focus on her over the period of time. There's not really that many people that stream SFM, so if you're looking for SFM on Twitch, there's usually only, like, on a rare occasion, just a couple. But the problem is then being a one of the few people that does, and then being brony. Like just the other day, we had a bunch of trolls in here, so you get that problem too. But I'm gonna say that's okay, and we're gonna see what we can do here. So we'll do. And YouTube's a hard business, really. If you're trying to build a channel, it's literally down to luck. It's not about quality of content or anything. It's almost just purely luck. It's getting the right things out at the right time to the right people, and even if you do that, it could just still get thrown in the background. I got super lucky when it came to my stuff. I'll stick with this. I'm not exactly happy with that how it looks, but I had the problem on with trolling on YouTube. If you're talking about trolling, then yes. But I don't talk with trolls. My rule, like I have a couple rules when it comes to comments on YouTube. Not even doing with trolls. If you ask a question that is blatantly answered in the description, I will not respond. I put the time to put it in the description. You can take the time to read it. Especially if it's, what is the music? If somebody is making a statement that is purposely to be hurtful, so like a comment that is, this is a bunch of gay shit, or this is cancerous, I just delete it. Usually I'll ban the person too, but so I have like 50 something people banned. But if it's meant to be purposely hurtful, but I have the words cancer, cancerous, and autistic and autism banned on my channel, YouTube channel. If you go to do it, it pulls it off into a separate review. but I just don't interact with them. If a troll does something, if because I used to have a lot of troll friends, their goal is to put content or put something out there and then either get the reaction or then fuck with the people that gave the reaction. So if you just take the reaction away from them, they have no power anymore. So normally when it comes to comments on YouTube, I'll just delete them. Normally if it's going to incite other people to fall for it, I would delete them or just ignore them. Like when it comes to people giving their honest opinion on something, saying I don't like this, well, that's an opinion. But saying that this is a bunch of shit, well, then you're putting it down. So I'm actually not even a fan of the comments where people freak out about something being really, really good either. So I don't like having a I don't like to feel like I have to keep chasing a bar, and sometimes it feels like that. All caps. No, actually this isn't gonna work how I'm doing it right now. I have to do it like this. I'm trying to see if I can get this to feel rounded. No, actually, like, technically my favorite comments are those not from non-bronies. Like on some of the Fallout ones, I get comments of "I'm not a brony, but this is awesome." That's actually my favorite comment out of any comment, because you have somebody that already has to work past a bias of "this is with ponies," and then they can still get past that and give a compliment on it. To me, that is my favorite, absolute favorite comment. No, and I don't mind people do, like, it's if I'm looking for what I would say like a level of compliment, like just people that are saying in just good job with an exclamation point. Those are just the nice comments that are affirmation. So, but it's some of the extremes. It's like, it's usually somebody goes to an extreme, negative or positive. It's like, if it always feels to me like there's a bias involved then if you're in an extreme. So that's why I'm. But that's just maybe me. And people are like with Fallout stuff, like, oh, I love Fallout Equestria, this is amazing. I'm like, okay, but if you loved Fallout Equestria, you already are gonna love it even if it was bad then. So it's like, what can I get from the statement? Because I want to use the compliments and criticisms as ways to improve. And sometimes it's like, I don't know if such things can be used as, but it's probably just me being picky for some stupid reason. But also it's just over time, I think too, when you start, because like early on you could say like one comment is awesome, then 2, but then it starts becoming 4, and then 16, and it just starts adding up from there, and so it's hard to maintain that, like, the same amount of comments mean the same, because if I can load this up, I've still read every single comment that has ever been put on my channel, though. I will always do that. But yeah, here, so if we go back, there's been a total of, if it opens, I think it's thinking, I think because I'm going back to 2008. Like this, there's one day at one point that I got like 1,100 comments. Yeah, 76,000 comments. So after a while, it's like the ones that stand out to me are the ones that are very different from the previous. Not to say that every one of them isn't important, but you kind of just start skimming through them. So yeah, but like this day, 1,061 comments on one day. But that was Remembrance. That was the day Remembrance came out. So that's understandable. This one, 1,100. What was that? That was earlier this year. What came out on the 24th? I can't even remember. Oh. That seems off. Oh no, okay, that's why there was 1,100, because that was the actual stream itself. That's why there's 1,100 comments. Okay, I was kind of running crazy for a second there. So, well, no, it's early on. Like the comments were huge, because when somebody would say "good job," it did mean a lot. It was huge, and it really helped boost me forward. But now when it's about, like, when I put something out, it's reading through it, and when people say what they liked about something, you kind of think about that, like, okay, people like this part, this part, this part, and this part, so you try to keep that in mind the next time you make something. Or if they didn't like something, to keep them back in your head when you're going to make something, as to what to maybe avoid doing, without putting it in where, if somebody says that they don't like a specific character or not their favorite poem, I'll ignore those. I mean, everybody has their opinion on that, but I'm not going to, what would you call that? I'm not going to pander to an audience. I'm going to make the stuff that I want to make, but if there's certain elements of it that I can mix in that people would prefer, other than not, while still doing that, then yeah, I'll definitely do that. Oops. This got moved down, didn't it? Hold on. It messed up my text. There it goes. Well, the thing is I've thought about going to other software, but the reason I don't is because I like making videos, and so the engine I use or whatever, that doesn't matter. The quality of the video doesn't even matter to me. It's the content of the video. And so SFM has the larger amount of resources and all that. Could I make higher quality looking stuff in another engine? Yes, but I'd be spending an immense amount of time doing it, learning, development of other models, development of all the models to use in a shot, and render times would be immensely longer. I would be making less videos. But that's the part I want. So I don't want to change a medium for a higher quality at the huge cost of development time. So see, I will be using SFM for any amount of 3D that I do. Yeah, but even SFM, some of the greatest stuff, like when you look at the Saxies, are teams now. Though I kind of have a thing against that when it's something that's so promoted as something anybody can get into, but now it's like becoming where you have to be a part of a team to get in. Not say you have to, but it's much more difficult for a single person to potentially get in there. But even that's getting to where it's sometimes hard for people to want to join into something when they think that the bar is too high for them to even give it a shot. When I started doing SFM, the bar was pretty low for pony stuff because the models were old and weren't that high of a poly count. But then when I started doing it, within a week the new models came out, and suddenly I was putting out videos at the time that the new models came out. So I was able to create something that was well above the bar without much effort. So that's why I say I got lucky. There's a lot of people out there that are better at me at animating, better at me at scene building, motivation, everything. So I mean, I just got lucky. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my favorite part is cinematography, is playing with the camera. It's just that to do that, you have to do a lot of scene building, and you have to do a lot of pre-planning models. There's a lot that goes into it before you can even really think about that stuff, and and obviously the animating, but that to me is like the secondary stuff. To me, actually getting the camera set up and trying to tell a story using the camera is probably my favorite part. Lighting is a close second. I love doing lighting. I've done some secondary lighting for different groups before too, just because that's the fun part. Okay, so the camera is turning to the right, so I want to keep that going. This was going up. So up, more to the right. That'll work. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, doggy. Sounded weird. But I do want to say about comments. So for me, I mean, for now, the comments is hard to, like I said, just kind of go through them. But if you see somebody that's starting out that only has like 5 followers or something, but has content that you see potential in, like somebody that this is their first video but they did pretty good in it. It may not be perfect, it might be janky and maybe not well composed, but if you can see they tried hard and they definitely are looking to improve or have over the last couple of videos, support them, let them know that, because early on that was huge. I had a comment from one of the first things I did where there was a GIF that I did, and it was a recreation of a shot from Knife H, and he did a picture, and so I animated it, and it was called Scootaloo's Dream, and and so it made this and it was like the second thing I ever did in SFM or something. It was super simple when I look back on it now. But these are the old models. There was no bones in the wings, so there's only the single ones bending. The mane didn't have any wind effects to it because they didn't exist on those models at the time. You couldn't actually bend any of that. So I spent hours on this, and I put it out, and he responded to it, and how cool it was. And to me, that was just super cool, and that really helped promote me, like to me seeing somebody that was on a pedestal and then them responding with it. That was super, super cool. So if you definitely do see people that could use the motivation, because they're definitely looking to they're doing good, and they could definitely do better, tell them that and say they're doing a good job and keep at it, for sure. Because I think that's if there's anything that's going to have the fandom die, it's going to be people thinking that the old school people in the community are the ones that are going to keep things going. No, it's going to be the new people coming in and taking the place of some of the older people that have left, and have that constant recycling. But there's so many people that see the bar raised in the community and think that new people coming in need to surpass that bar right from the get-go. No, those people that set that bar have been doing it for years, and they've been following that bar. It's like, so help promote the people that come up, and let the community get some new fresh content. Rant over. I don't like how this is turning. Well, Envelope is great, but he's only put out the 2 videos. So that's the popularity gets popularity, but to do that you have to have a lot of content. People now with these YouTube channels that are putting out daily videos and stuff, animators have a hard time because they put out something once, like for him was once every like 2 years. Yeah, it comes with he sees a video, but unless he has some other or another video come out that pulls people in to go to that video and has people constantly going through, it's just going to get thrown in the back of the logarithms and hidden back there and never seen again. So it's to make one video popular, you need to make a whole bunch of other videos to help pull people in to see that one. So if you for my YouTube, it should be linked below. Pretty sure. Can't remember what I have in there. Yep, I do. I think you could rock a beard. I definitely think so. I rock facial hair because I'm lazy. Plus, I don't like clean. Like being clean shaven is just, I don't know. It feels itchy. You think it'd be more itchy like this, but not so. Oh, for Kelchan, Kelchan, you have your one single video. It doesn't count. That got insane. Yeah, if I have a baby face if I completely shave. No, his was the Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I think it was. Thoughts on apes? For some reason, when I thought apes, I'm thinking like the Jungle Book, the apes, which would just be like in the exact same art style from that movie, which would be No, or Tarzan. Maybe I'm thinking Tarzan. I'm thinking Tarzan. Apes in there? I don't know. Well, if for one, if you're talking like if there was some apes in a new episode, that I haven't gotten to see it yet. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that would be very different, especially if they're like talking apes that dance or something. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to this group around the corner. No, I'm not. That would be... I mean, I can give it a shot, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get there. Oh yeah, so I can't move it. Actually, you know, if I do that, I gotta let it arc. I just don't think that's gonna work. It has to keep going backwards and when it goes sideways. I kind of wish now that yeah, I don't know Monkey King, so I don't know if I'd help you out there with an answer. I kind of wish I could go up, but I feel like that could be... I would only want to do that if there was a second floor going this way, but there's not. I probably should add some more ponies potentially running in the door here. How much did I focus on that female? Oh, I was gonna have to move that. Okay, she's not really seen it all, so I can use her again. Oh, and actually before I do too much with her... Well, he was a primate, but he was also like... because when I'm thinking primate, I'm thinking like they show cows in the movie. Or not the movie, in the television show. Because the cows in there are just literally cows that speak. So when I think monkey, I'm thinking like somebody that's very much more monkey-ish. He was more human in terms of how he acted than monkey. He was physically looked like one, but he very much moved and acted like a person. Yeah. I might be able to cheat. Oops. Hey, she caught her tail! Yay, congratulations! You only had to break every bone in your body to do it. That's good. But you did it. Well, I mean, the way they did Monkey in there, he was essentially the same as, what was it, that guy from, the Daring Do bad guy, Alizodal, or something like that. And he's monkey. Special kind of monkey, but monkey. See, Kelton, if you would have spelt that wrong, maybe you did, I would not have known, because it looks like you just slammed your face on the keyboard and called it a word. Okay. See, I would not have known. That word already is weird. See, I need to know to recolor that one later, so... keep it like that for now. But this looks like a more action type run than just like a traditional run. So, that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, this guy, they need armor too. No, I thought actually he was a very good bad guy for what he was using, Alizodal, because he was very different from everything else, and I think if you're trying to do this story with Daring Do that seemed fictional and and out of a book, he was a very good character for that because he felt very much like that, and it pulled him out of reality. So, and I mean, they did that with a bunch of different stuff. In the series with Daring Do. So like even when they had the kind of like Sphinx bit, they did the similar thing where wasn't actually maybe shown as an actual character interacting with the main cast, but with that, like, yeah, that Sphinx type one, it was stuff like that that I think for the Daring Do episodes are hugely important to be kind of out of left field with that stuff. No. I've actually just been trying to jump back and forth between male and female when I can. Because that's actually a bad one. It's any of the ones that are wearing the armor are Raider type, and they're the ones I've been using. Been using the armor as a way to identify them as such. Thought she had armor. You had armor, didn't you? Where'd your armor go? When did you get naked? Put your clothes on. I just have to be careful because I can't actually copy the armor from people. But no, I wanted something that could be used as an identifier for somebody that is considered bad, that was consistent throughout, and so that was the choice, was to use this armor. Though some of them I've mixed up a little bit. One of them has spikes on the shield, though it's the one that isn't really visible, so I don't know why I chose that one. Yeah, it's follower request related. And once, like in probably like 20 minutes, I'll open up the other file. This is only 40 seconds out of a 4-minute video. I'm just working on this part of it. Because the amount of stuff that'd be going into this shot be so much that I couldn't have it on the main file. It would just run out of memory. So I'll open up that one towards the end and I can show you what I got on there. Now, for some reason, this armor, if I copy paste it from somebody else, it like completely breaks. So I'm having to just load up a new one every time, and kind of annoying. This probably has to do with the scaling and every bone being locked. So this is Raider 6. I think you're Raider 6. No. Yeah, you have armor. Oh, I have it turned off. Haha. Okay. I was like, I know that's there. Oh yeah, because we were trying to show that he wasn't actually being shot. He stepped on a scooter. That was whoops. And she was trying to save him by giving him an olive branch called a shotgun. And he was too far gone. And whoops. So yeah, that's what's happening. And him, she's a dentist, and he had a toothache, and so he is helping, or she is helping. Yep, got rid of that toothache. I had to cause a few more. Yes, the dentists are very very good at what they do. I mean, he only took seconds. Feels like it, yes. Midnight isn't ever free this weekend? No. Because you wouldn't be talking. Was that last weekend? I have no idea. I am not paying attention. Or is it next weekend? After this one? You think? Aren't you going? Oh. Sob. Just, yeah, why leave so early? Or you just have family everywhere, I think. Because of nerves. You've been there before, haven't you? Okay, I was gonna say packing it's easy, but your packing is different. Okay. Oh wait, oh yeah, you did say it was your first time. Nah, you'll be fine. You're a veteran at this now. Do you think Star Wars is Gandalf the Grey in some way? No. Because Gandalf, to me, was somebody that allowed others to save the world, in a way. He was there to help, but he never really... played the hero, I guess. He was trying to let other people do that. And I think that, he... I don't know. I don't feel that would be an apt comparison. Well, if you run into this situation in BronyCon, definitely let me know. We can have an army run over there and help you set up if they let us in. Which I don't know if they would. But if there's any prep we can do beforehand so you can get some sleep, that would be good. Sleeping and eating, because I heard you don't do that either. Not just Nutri-Grain bars, too. Yeah, who eats food? Stupid mammals. What I compare Star Scroll to? I don't know of any other really wizards to compare him to. I really don't think that he was meant to be a like one-to-one comparison with anything specifically. I think he was just that being that they were referencing old times, that it was the use of a wizard that just happened to be the best fit for that kind of character, to be the old magician. Because why would he be all dressed like a magician? It really doesn't make any sense otherwise. Everybody did magic anyway. They were already using it to raise the moon, the sun, for Celestia, so they already had some pretty powerful mages. I just don't see him as a Gandalf. Yeah, I could do that one. Actually, I have one for Celestia. It's one of my favorite. Oh, hold on, I give it a pair for. There we go. So this is what I think of Celestia. The lady with the gun is always cracks me up. Like, you talk about my student. I want to see her fire that and have her, like, the broken fingers and her face bruised from the lack of support. Do you think Trixie is a descendant of Star Swirl? No. No, not at all. Because if Trixie was the descendant of Star Swirl from 1,000 years ago, then a lot of the world would be a descendant of Star Swirl, so there would really be nothing special about it. Unless they just happen to inbreed for a while. Yes, friendship bullets. Did we brought that up? Is it the last time? I think we brought that up on here last time. Something about friendship bullets. I don't know if I really want to do too much else with... Oh, I'm gonna have to recolor her. Because I'm just copy pasting people. I don't want to have the same colored raiders and everything. They all need to be different. So this one, actually, I really like the gray with the brown stuff. That one actually turned really good. I'm happy with that. Super edgy too, which is great. Actually, you know what? This back here could be a fire. I like that idea. Yeah, I'm gonna fuss with that for a sec. Oh, not model. I'm hoping it works the way I want it to. And I've thought about, instead of for this whole video, to have it be in slow-mo, like super slow-mo, so like if you actually had his teeth showing, that you could actually see them slowly moving, but pass. I think it's Celestia. I think of the comic Doctor Strange kicked the Hulk's butt. See how powerful he was. Oh, I don't actually read the comics, so I wouldn't be able to know like the exact references. I like the movies, but that's like, what was that one meme I saw? It was like somebody made a fake shirt about just because you've seen the Star Wars movies does not make you a Star Wars nerd. So I'm not gonna in any way state that I'm an Avengers nerd. I haven't even seen a lot of the Thor movies yet. I saw Ragnarok, which is at least a good one to see, but I haven't seen any of the other ones. Actually, that reminds me, there will not be a stream next Friday because I will be at the movie theater watching Deadpool. So we pre-bought tickets a couple weeks ago to make sure we got like really good seats. So actually, I'm gonna get up in here. I know there's been a lot of explanations. Hold on, I gotta realize. Bad Ancient 2 Destroy Fire. Okay. I should memorize that one by now. Bad Ancient 2 Destroy Fire. Okay. Well, they even make mention in the show that she just got overpowered on love. What I don't like is that it was the love from one person. That the love that he felt for his wife was stronger than the entire love of like the entire country, which doesn't make any sense to me. But I have the tattoo. I will never go through that again. Okay, so this is set to only go for so long. We will change that. Okay, well, you're going to go continuously then. Go. That's some fire. You are too big. We'll make that half the size. So this will be 33 to 50. Okay. Now it's rising too fast, so we're going to also decrease its speed. And it is in a sphere. The sphere will be fine. We're going to just remove its vertical summoning bits, so it's more straight on the ground. Okay. We'll actually increase the size a little bit. Okay. I might need to shrink down its size. Oh wow, they are too big still. Yeah, but it's also little girl's television show, so I will let them have some oversight on certain things regarding that, because it's just gonna happen. I try not to be too picky when it comes to some of the specifics in the show, because we are not the intended audience. We might be one that they pander to here and there, but we are not the intended audience. So to say that they didn't get their science right on something just kind of feels like really being a dick. Okay, so I'm not going to touch it now, but because I want to play around with this a bit more. But I have to be a little careful because you can see that these sprites clip. The floor ones I'm not as worried about, but I think it's also not going to matter with my angles. What you can do is right click here, go freeze particles, and it will, at least at this point, freeze the particle in that position. My only worry is that sometimes it doesn't work right if you're off camera. Yeah, it is working, so a little bit covered, but still. And it will. That's the reason I had to let that run, is because if you cut the time at all while it's a frozen particle's frozen, it will, by going backwards. I think I'm fine going forward. Yeah, I'm fine going forward, but as soon as I go backwards, it destroys it, because now particles are not built to go in reverse that well. So I have to preview it. Any of these, for what it would look like in the camera here, I have to go all the way to the front, hit the particle, then come all the way back. But because if I go back at all, I'm going to destroy it again. So yeah, frozen particles are a little bit of a bitch. It actually would make some nice lighting on this part of the shot, though, because behind her would be the fire, so she'll probably have some nice rim lighting on him as well, and have a nice silhouette caused by it too. Anyway, so I said I was gonna open up the other file here and show what I have on that. Not too much yet. A lot of it is where was it? Yeah, this. Well, part 2. Oh yeah, they split up a little bit. So this might have to require me to restart because of memory issues. A lot of this is just scene building. Is all I have done right now. No real animating. But the scene building is the most time-consuming part for me. And if you ever think that, like, why don't you just use a pre-made map? There's a lot of problems with that because you have the inability to control the map. And if you actually watch actual movies, there's one that I remember seeing. It was about, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was following a guy that was using those like steady cams, and they're like 150 pounds. They're super heavy. Even after the shot, when he finally was let to breathe, he was like after having to carry it. But they had this super long camera shot that weaving all the way through these halls. This is going to crash. Sorry, max memory. I'm just going to restart it now. And while they're going through these halls, they had another guy recording behind, or like what was going on outside the camera, and it was fascinating because the entire building was being formed around them how it was needed. So like there were shots where a lady was sitting in a corner reading a book, and the camera came up behind her, but she was right up to the wall. And so as they get close, right immediately after the camera gets off of showing that corner of the wall, there's somebody there moving the wall, picking up the wall and moving it, and then when the camera comes back around, putting it back in place so it looked like it was always there. And in SFM you can do that if you're scene building, but if you're doing that in movies or with an actual house, you can't, or in SFM if you're using a pre-made map, you can't. But it was fascinating to see how they made this long shot of going down a hall into a room, through the entire room, with it going and following this one person, and then going into another room, and the whole time they're like completely tearing the set apart for the one shot. I mean, the amount of thinking that would have to go into the planning for a shot. I mean, that's just insane. So I like scene builds. They're just memory intensive. Okay, so the video is based on the Ministry Mirrors, and I'm doing a bunch of shots from the book, which I have right here. And I'm already at 3,000 out of 3,400 memory. That's why I went to another shot with these. So like for this one, the audio doesn't matter right now because it's just scene builds. So this is Fluttershy at the podium. It's going to be using I'm going to be filling that audience up quite a bit later. Apple Snack, after he does a thing, I try to find a cloak for him to wear. Maripony with Gestalt and I forgot the other one. I always forget their names. Rarity's Death Scene, Invalid Pixel Shader. It's a combo. Whatever. Applejack having a walk through the factory. This one I don't think the audio's set for. No. This one's also after this shot. It's gonna switch to that camera. Oh, actually nope, that was busted. I haven't fixed that one yet. My proudest thing in this shot is the robots in the background with the helmets. Actually going through, like, you can see this one over here lifting the helmets off, and those ones doing their thing. So yeah, whatever. The orb thingies. Can't remember. Oh yeah, that's why I had them that bright. I'm doing well, Doom. How are you? Oh yeah, here's Fluttershy watching the explosion. This one, the science involved with doing the lighting to make that work in the background was quite interesting. And then Rarity's soul splitting thing. But a lot of those are scene builds that I have started and blah. But then I also started, I don't think I got very far in it. Oh yeah, Rarity at her desk. And there's the Rarity picture. Right. That was for the pictures on the wall. I've got to add different ones. She's just sideways. But that was for doing the picture. That actually turned out really good. I really like that one. So the mayor behind the Ministry of Image does things and stuff. So I am working on more of my Ministry Mayor's video. Though starting next week, probably Tuesday, I mean other than not streaming Friday, I'm probably going to start working on a door short because I probably should do one of those once I figure out an idea for one. So I'll probably be starting that next week during stream because that's the best time for me to work on stuff. So I'm going to try to think this weekend about something to do. But yeah. I was going to do something else here, but I can't remember what that was now. Oh, I was going to see if I can find that one. Video. Because it was absolutely fascinating. I think that's actually... Oh, I think I found it too. It's from Hugo. So if you... so it actually shows, like, this is the actual movie. And this is what it was actually filmed. And watching how what they do with this background and stuff is it's in this room. Just watching what they do here. Because... yeah, like they're telling people when to do certain things to make sure the timing's right, and this is all in one shot, and it is a super long shot. But watch here, and they come around here, the camera leaves. Is it right here? I thought it was. I think it might be after this. When they start tearing this place apart. Yeah, because she goes to the chair. This is just fascinating. That they do. Watch this. They're pulling that out of the way. The camera comes around just when it leaves the shot. They start pulling the wall away so the camera can fit. I mean, that is amazing that they put that much effort into this to make that work. And how this looks so much different than this in terms of the coloration. So, it's just super fascinating to me to watch some of that, to see how they do some of this. So, and even this looks like, yeah, and then they're just cutting away because they just went to CGI after that. So, the stuff like that is just super, super fascinating. Like that, that when I think about having maps and stuff and pulling walls away, for some bits, which I have done before, that's an actual thing in movies that they have to do. So I think that's super, super cool. But it's also kind of sad that they can take something so that looks like that and then just digitally completely manipulate it to make it look a different way. That's also, yeah, I mean, it's good and a bad thing. But yeah. Did I had a second camera for this, didn't I? Yeah. Anyway. But it's not enough time for me to get started on anything else here, so I ended up going till 9. I kind of woke up a little bit. It helped when you guys having interesting conversations, so that definitely helps keep me awake, which is thankful. One day I'll get sleep. Anyways, I'll be back streaming Tuesday. Like I said, I'm not gonna be Friday because I'm gonna be doing Deadpool. And then otherwise we'll start doing a Dora short next week too, so. Okay. Well, you too. I've been playing Terraria with friends and it's been up kind of late playing it, so that's why. So, yep, if I don't see you Tuesday, have fun at con. Otherwise, I'll see the rest of you Tuesday. Have a meow. Because meow. And sleep time. Alright. Talk to you later.